Hi, my name is Jamelle Brown, and I am here today to share with you a little bit more about me and my family and why we choose to share doTERRA essential oils with you. I am your doTERRA Gold Leader, and that means that I have shared doTERRA with quite a few people, and I love doing that because of the difference that it makes in people's lives. And I am a military wife. My husband serves in the Army, and he has served for almost 27 years, so it's been a while. I have three amazing boys, a 17-year-old, a 14-year-old, an 11-year-old, and each one of them come with their own challenges, but they also come with their own strengths. So it's so fun and amazing to be able to see who they are, what their weaknesses are, or how the oils can help them, but also how the oils can help strengthen their strengths and give them the ability to overcome obstacles that they face daily. So it's incredible to be able to bless my family right at the very beginning. Like, you can't help other people before you help yourselves. And one of the biggest things is being able to help my own family. It's become a huge blessing in our lives. Right now we live in Florida because that's where the military has sent us. We've moved a lot of different places, and each place that we have lived has been a new adventure. We've been able to meet the most amazing, incredible people every place we move. And that's one of the reasons why I like doing doTERRA as well. It helps me stay well connected with people that I have met along the way, and it helps me to be able to reach out in a different way to help people with better health and better wellness. And about a year and a half ago, I decided, and I was being led to a path that I needed more education, so that as I taught people, I would have more education to back up what I was teaching. And so I decided to go to massage school. So I apologize that you haven't heard from me a whole lot over the past year and a half. It has been a little bit crazy with me going to massage school. I am now graduated and I'm a licensed massage therapist, but I have so much more knowledge of the body that I'm able to bring to you to help you to learn more about how the oils can make an impact, but also how you can make a bigger impact in your life through yoga and stretching and doing oils and doing all these different things to be able to help you make a more positive impact in your life. So a little bit more about why I chose to do doTERRA. When my youngest son was 8 months old, he was diagnosed with having a massive stroke. And the doctors were not very optimistic that he would ever be able to do anything. And they told us that he would probably be in a wheelchair his whole life, and that he would probably never learn how to talk, and that he would not be able to do the amazing things that boys can do. And so this just broke my heart. And a couple weeks after he was diagnosed with having the stroke, he was diagnosed with having a really severe case of epilepsy. He has about 4 different kinds of epilepsy, and his seizures don't stop on their own. So you can imagine, not only were we heartbroken, but we also gained a whole lot of stress and worry that we then had to overcome. And so over the next several months, as he was a baby, working with doctors very closely to try to get my son's seizures under control, it was very, very difficult. My husband was deployed, and I was trying to do everything on my own for all 3 of my boys, for our household, and trying to help keep our son alive and keep him well. And his seizures, as we would give him medications, his seizures would actually increase and get worse. And so with that, my worry and my stress also got worse. So when I got introduced to essential oils, it was actually with a different company. And as I used oils, I met this woman and she taught me a little bit about reflex points, and I went and did training to be able to learn reflex points and be able to help my son in a different light. And as I was there, they taught me more about oils, because the first lady, she just said, just go to the natural grocery store. They'll give you what you need. They'll have oils on the up on the shelf, and you can just buy them. And I didn't know if they were pure or if they were okay to use. I didn't know anything about them. So this lady introduced me to oils, but didn't really teach me anything. And some of you might be feeling like that you were introduced to oils, but you've forgotten a lot of what you've learned. So we're going to start teaching you. So we began using oils with him, and we used from several different companies. And his seizures didn't stop. They slowed down a little bit, but he was still having a lot of seizures. So at this point, we're 16 months old. He was 16 months old. He couldn't sit up. He couldn't roll over. He couldn't do anything but lay there and have seizures all day long. Hundreds of seizures a day. And so my stress was through the roof. I was so overwhelmed. And so when I got introduced to doTERRA, my first response was, oh great, another company. It's probably not going to be any different than the others. And then I was given a sample. And with that sample, it was a sample for me, not for my son, but it was a sample for me for indigestion. And I used that sample the very next day, and it helped me so quickly. And I got so excited because it actually worked. And the company was doTERRA. And as I started to learn more about doTERRA, and as I started to learn more about their products, I started using them on my son. And he will always have epilepsy. He will always have seizures. But the amount of support that these oils, because of their potency, their purity, they are able to give him so much support for his brain that he is able to, his brain is able to not have seizures. His brain is able to have more control over what's happening with all of the neurons in his brain and how they're firing. So it's not a matter of having them controlled. It's a matter of giving his brain the support that it needs to be able to help him be able to overcome whatever is triggering his seizures at the time, or the electrical synapses that could happen that could cause a seizure. So that's a little bit about who I am and why I choose to do doTERRA. He went from hundreds of seizures a day to one every 18 or 19 months. And when you're trying to learn and you're trying to grow and you're trying to learn how to read and all these different things that you're trying to do from the time that you're a baby until now when he's 11, you need your brain to be functioning properly. So for him, it's been incredible. So I choose to share doTERRA with everyone that I meet and everyone who wants to learn about them, because they've made such a big impact. My son walks and he talks and he runs and jumps and climbs. He rides a bike. He shoots archery and shoots a bow with his teeth, because he still doesn't have a whole lot of use of his right hand and arm from the stroke. But it's incredible what he's able to do. So if you'll give me the opportunity to teach you more about doTERRA, I hope that you will watch the next several videos that I'm going to share with you that are going to help you, especially with everything that we have going on in the world today, be able to have more confidence in the oils and how to use them and how to use them for your family. So thank you for watching, and we'll talk to you later. Bye.